Well, hi, this is the prize giving for the best chairs and stools in the country at the Bodger's Board, Greenwood Working. And I'll show you in this film a good selection of the chairs and stools that members of the Association of Pole Lathe Turners and Greenwood Workers have made. And first up are the armchairs. There was a more limited selection of armchairs this time, but the standard was very high. And you've got to consider that each of these has been made on a pole lathe, so no power tools or power lathes, all done by hand with pole lathes. And there's some lovely detail on some of these. I mean, here we've got some very nice plum turnings, plum wood. So it's always good fun seeing what sort of trees people manage to get hold of to add little details. A nice little bit of cross wedging on that arm. And it's some of the detail sometimes I think really gives you a bit more idea of the maker and how their thought process is on making the chair. And of course I know myself, designs often evolve as you go along. So here are all the armchairs. I quite like the fact that some were a bit more novel. I don't know what the stool is doing there. This one with the coloured bow in the back and new arms is different. I personally quite like it. So I know some people feel sort of modern takes aren't quite so traditional, they're not so keen, but I personally quite like to see a few modern ideas coming in, and it evolves the craft. I mean, this one, the seat you'll see in a minute, it has coins set in resin in the seat. Slightly different, but why not? It's nice to try different things, and it still doesn't affect the quality of the lovely workmanship, but it does get new blood in. This is one of the prize certificates which are handed out at the prize giving for the best entries, and this one got not only first place but best in show as well, and it was a lovely piece of work. And it's great, you can go along to the Bodger's Ball, you see these things, you can examine them up close, and they're great. Well, side chair class, and a fair number of entries on this class. And you may recognise one there called a Glasgow chair, which obviously I've made in this film. And again, quite a nice mix of styles. Actually, nothing terribly conventional there, which again I think is a good thing. So I like the one with the wine glass goblet coming out on a little slidey table at the side. I thought that was quite a good fun modern take. So that was probably one of my personal favourites. The one in the middle here did very well on the voting, and I think may have come out top. I'm not definite on that. So there you are. A good selection, some nice workmanship, a few slightly quirky designs. Using the seagrass, or is it rush? I think it's rush actually, looking at that. It's very nicely done. For the back and the seat, it's quite a good way of using it for the back. And of course, here's the stained glass from the Glasgow chair, catching the light reasonably well behind the white of the dent. And a nice bit of wedging and seat work there, and some very good joinery on this one, and quite a striking design. As I say, I like this with the little goblet on the side, the table slid in and out, a nicely turned goblet as well. And there are some more traditional designs. So there's my prize certificate, third place for the Glasgow chair, which is absolutely great. The next class is the first chair, and I was really impressed. There were lots of entries for this class and the standard was extremely high. Just a range again of entries and people's imagination, but some really nice from the traditional to slightly quirky takes. But overall, I mean, this one, just taken as an example, it's triple bow, so you've got bow at the ground level, bow at the back, bow for the arms. I mean, that's pretty good in itself. But then look at the slats, the way they've also all been bent and put through the seat. And there's a little bit of a write-up at the side about how the chair had been made and a little prototype. Really impressive work. And then if you're looking for more traditional approaches in a sort of Welsh stick chair type style, this one, very nicely executed. I like the chair with the elm bark seat there. I haven't done that myself, and it's something I must have a go at sometime. This was actually wych elm, and it looks very attractive. So each entry has the materials used, and if you need power tools have been used. Right, straight into stools, and there was a whole array of stools. A little bit mixed up, I think, here with a chair crept in. but things got moved around as the day went on. But the standard of stool making was really good this year. Excellent number of entries and such a range of styles. So you've got anything from a traditional milking type stool right the way through to people using turned wooden tops, using walnut wood, putting in nice little dovetails into the surface of wood, three-legged tractor seats, woven seats, slab chunk construction, you name it, it was there. And all of this, as I say, done on a pole lathe. So you can only enter something if it's been made on a pole lathe. I particularly like these two. I like the one on the right because it's taking nature, it's taking a section through a log and using it. The one on the left was a lovely bit of joinery with very nice oak there, lovely graining on that quarter sawn oak. Quite an attractive seat on this one, concave sort of seat going in, quite a modern take on the legs. But again, nice, it's different, it's slightly fresher. This was quite impressive. Most people would reject that piece of wood for a seat. This person actually took advantage and put some little wedges in. And it was a very nicely made, very attractive piece. And it did well. It actually got a first prize. So here's its certificate. So well done there. So hope you enjoyed seeing those. Lovely standard and perhaps give you a bit of inspiration. Thanks for watching.